you're trying to figure out how to demonstrate your impact, the real thing you want to know is, what am I trying to measure? You need to take a step back. And I think sometimes we get so stuck in the weeds. And again, I was that person who was so stuck in the weeds, I couldn't see the bigger picture. This was one of the reasons I created the Wolf Medical Framework for strategy, because I wanted a simple strategy framework that could be used in any circumstance that made it easier for people to build out their strategy. And the first step is getting clear on your objective, is knowing, what am I trying to do? Be crystal clear on the behaviors you are trying to change. The next step, or the next two steps, are the ones that I most commonly see companies skip over. So who are your stakeholders? Or people do this where they don't really go into granular detail. So who are your internal stakeholders? Are you working with market access? Are you working with clinical development? Are you working with marketing or sales? Then who are your external stakeholders? And are we talking about the top KOLs, or are we talking about all healthcare professionals on the disease pathway? Then ask yourself, what are the gaps that we have internally between us and our objective? This piece is really critical, because so often we assume we know the gaps, and this is where I see people fall down. They assume they know what the gap is, and they haven't really checked their insights. So I would implore you, go out and really, really ask, what's the gap? Then you might not know what your external people don't know, but once you know what your external stakeholders' gaps are, then it makes it much easier to create those tactics. Your internal tactic, or to plug your internal gaps, you might be looking at doing insight gathering. But for your external stakeholder gaps, you're going to look at the likes of your med ed or different programs or initiatives that you can work with your physicians. When you know what your tactics are and what you're trying to do, that's when you can put your metrics in place. That's when you can write the right KPIs, not free floating KPIs that aren't linked to an objective, but you can put the right ones in to see if you've achieved what you're trying to do.